I'm Rob Thomas, editor-in-chief of Club and Resort Business, and welcome to today's episode of the Club and Resort Talks podcast. Our guest today is Joe Roediger. He's the COO of Woodmont Country Club in Rockville, Maryland. He's going to talk all about the sustainable practices they have in place across their two 18-hole golf courses, six tennis courts, 100,000 square foot clubhouse. They've done a lot, like eliminating single-use plastic bottles. They've got autonomous gas-free mowers, battery-powered maintenance equipment, on and on and on. So all this is reducing operational costs, and they just keep on going. So listen to what Joe has to say, and maybe you can implement something similar at your club. Every little bit counts as far as bringing money down, costs down, but also helping with the environment. So stick around for that. But before we get to Joe, I got to tell you that today's podcast is sponsored by C2 Limited Design Associates. C2 Limited is an award-winning private club and resort design practice led by founding partners and co-creative directors Craig J. Smith and Christina H. Roman. Smith and Roman have created a signature niche in the worlds of luxury golf, resort, and exclusive private club design with their bespoke approach to design, uniquely tailored to each client and their story. Learn more at c2limited.com. Thank you, C2 Limited, for sponsoring. But before we get to Joe, let me tell you a little bit about the news that's happening today. There's a short course getting ready to open in Indiana, the Sand Creek course at French Lick, which features 9 holes ranging between 40 and 90 yards, is set for opening day on May 1st. This brings French Lick Resort to a total of 54 holes of golf resort-wide, complementing the 18-hole championship Pete Dye and Donald Ross courses and the 9-hole Valley Links. I was just at French Lick a couple years ago, and boy, let me tell you, the resort is spectacular. I stayed at the West Baden uh, hotel with the beautiful ceiling. It's open to the interior courtyard. It's gorgeous there. The golf course is top notch, spectacular. I can't say enough about everything at French Lick and the people. And I even had a dinner at the Larry Bird themed restaurant, which was a big hit for me, being a basketball fan. So good on French Lick. I'm looking forward to getting down there. It's not too far from me, so I'm going to drive down there and check out the new short course and maybe get another round on the die course. That thing's a monster, but it's beautiful. Next up, let's go down to Florida and talk about a course adding a state-of-art driving range in Golf Learning Center. The new facility at Dubsdread Golf Course in Orlando will feature 40 total bays, 36 of those outfitted with advanced golf technology for interactive experience, and 4 traditional bays for those who just want to hit some golf balls. The Learning Center includes 2 private teaching bays featuring full Trackman technology for precision training and custom fitting. This is going to be terrific. Obviously, Orlando is a hotbed for golf, and the city is really taking it to another level. Good on Orlando. Another excuse to play some golf while you're down there at the PGA Merchandise Show again in January. Let's hope. Next up, let's head up to New York uh, and tell you a little bit about a club that won a case in the Court of Appeals. The New York State Court of Appeals issued a unanimous decision stating that the Cazenovia Golf Club is not liable for injuries sustained by a golfer who was struck by an errant golf ball while playing the course. The victory sets a precedent that will help protect golf course businesses across the country. This was a big deal. I think it was about 5 years ago, maybe, that somebody was hit by a golf ball. Uh, I think on a nearby tee, and they were claiming that the tee, the way the golf course was set up, was too close to the green. They got hurt by a golf ball, which unfortunately happens, and they won the original case, but then the course took it to an appeals process through the appeals process, and the National Golf Course Owners Association and Jay Karen, their CEO, spoke on their behalf. And there's an assumed liability when you're playing golf that you could get hit by a golf ball, just like you go to a baseball game. There's a foul ball in the stands. You could get hit by that foul ball. You can't go and sue the New York Yankees for negligence. Of course, they now have netting across the infield, and I think all ballparks, just like hockey arenas have netting to protect from pucks flying into the stands. I know the Columbus Blue Jackets had an unfortunate incident, I don't know, 20 years ago, where a young girl was hit in the head by a puck and eventually died. So it's dangerous. There's anytime sports equipment is flying out of the field of play or within the field of play, you got to be on your toes. So good for the NGCOA for stepping in there and helping out Cazenova Golf Club, a member of the organization, and good for the organization. And that would have been a big financial hit for golf courses across the country and open up a lot of liabilities. So this sets a nice precedent going forward. I'm rambling on here, of course, as I am wont to do. But before I get too deep in the weeds, let's throw it to Joe Roediger, COO of Woodmont Country Club, to talk about their sustainability practices. Hello, welcome back to the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I'm joined by Joe Roediger, sorry, COO of Woodmont Country Club. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
I laughed because I was going to guess Joe Roediger, and then he confirmed that's the right way to pronounce it, and I botched it up in the intro. So we'll go anyways. Joe, before we get into the meat and potatoes, could you give us a 10,000-foot view of Woodmont Country Club?
Woodmont Country Club is a 115-year-old club that is right outside of Washington, D.C. It has two 18-hole golf courses, par three course, practice facilities. It is an absolutely amazing country club. Our facilities, we have 6 indoor tennis courts. Our clubhouse is over 100,000 square feet. It's more like a resort than it is a country club. We have about 1,100 full-time equivalents, which is equivalent to about 2,000 members.
Holy cow. And 115 years, nothing to sneeze at. Fantastic. Like, I mean, to the bulk of it, the reason I'm talking to you is your green practices there. What inspired Woodmont to prioritize sustainability, and how has that the club's approach evolved over the years?
I believe that our leadership uh, wanted to make that a priority, and they approached us and said, "Hey guys, what can we do to be better in the environment?" And I have to tell you, it really is a credit to my department heads making it a priority in their own departments and going out and finding the best practices. And from that, we have created what I think is a pretty robust um, program.
So, how have members responded to the elimination of single-use plastic bottles? I know I just took the recycling out of my house. My wife and my son go through water bottles like crazy. So you've eliminated the single-use plastic bottles and introduced, I believe, refillable water stations. Members respond accordingly?
They have. It's been a very positive experience. At first, there is pushback, and it has been a gradual implementation. But over time, the membership has really gravitated towards it. And in every uh, in every club, we're seeing this practice taking place. If you look at a lot of the Florida clubs, they're already practicing this, and we feel like we're catching up to the game. So it's been a positive thing. We're water bottle free in every outlet other than the golf course, and I would say we're 50% satisfied there as well. Adding water filling stations out on the golf course specifically. So we've
That
made huge progress there.
that is fantastic. I know I've got a water bottle in my golf bag, a refillable, uh, the titanium lined. I don't want to throw a name out there. Hey, no free advertising, but it is good that you guys are doing the same. You've also implemented, I believe, autonomous gas-free mowers and battery-powered maintenance equipment. What kind of operational cost benefits are you seeing there?
So those have been tremendous additions to our program over the last 2 years. We uh, we incorporated autonomous mowers. We bought 12 autonomous mowers a year ago. Started implementing them specifically in the areas around the clubhouse, the lawns and areas like that. We've purchased another 6 autonomous mowers that we're now using out on the golf course as well. And we continue to think that we're going to continue to grow that fleet. At the same time, we've purchased 80 electric backpack blowers, and they will be rolled out this spring, and we're excited about that as well.
Wow, that is terrific. That is about the largest commitment I've seen firsthand. So congratulations, good on you. Speaking of the golf course, native grasses. I know it's been a design element over the last handful of years, kind of returning to nature out of like the out of play areas. How has that impacted water conservation and the overall playability of the golf course?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it because we just came out of a major renovation on our south course. And the focus over the last several years has been to introduce more native areas on our golf course, which reduces the watering impact on the golf course. So I think we've been able to significantly reduce the amount of areas that we have to water. And it's made a huge uh, financial uh, progress for us on that area. So it's been really good.
My last trip to the golf industry show, the GCSAA, I heard a lot about GPS guided spraying in terms of both environmental benefits and the financial savings. What are you guys seeing specifically at your golf courses?
I think we've seen, let me see, I have that actually in front of me. GPS sprayers, we've had a 15% reduction in the amount of fertilizer that we're spreading on the golf course on each spray. So it's been tremendous.
So no more overlapping, basically. You're
None whatsoever. I think we have 3 units now that we're utilizing on our golf courses. They're all three autonomous, not autonomous, but GPS sprayers.
Oh, that's terrific, terrific. Amazing what technology is doing for everybody. Now nothing's a flat line, right? Like the whole duck on the pond, the legs are flipping crazy underneath there. What what challenges have you guys faced with the sustainability practices, and how did you overcome those challenges?
For us, it's encouraging again my department leaders to go out and look in the areas that they feel like they can make a difference. And the first step is to look for the low hanging fruit and try to tackle those areas. So, just as an example, um, my facilities director implemented LED lighting throughout the entire clubhouse and the entire property. We've seen a significant savings just by changing out our light bulbs. So those are fairly easy things to accomplish. It takes a financial commitment, but the reward on the back end is significant. The membership, it's a great story. So as long as we figure out the correct narrative, the story kind of helps us achieve these goals. So we're excited that the membership has bought into our sustainability practices. They're encouraging us to do more, and where it makes sense, we're not holding back. We're going right after it.
So the LED lighting, solar lighting upgrades, they've influenced the club across the spectrum.
Absolutely.
Wow, fantastic. Hey, this might be another question for your facilities manager, but I'll throw it at you anyways. A water recycling system.
Yep.
Uh, what improvements have you noticed through this implementation?
So, water recycling, we implemented that really over at Greens and Grounds with how we take care of all of our equipment. And we do have a cleaning station that's 100% works with 100% recycled water. So whatever water we use to clean our equipment, it gets recycled, filtered, and used again. Uh, our golf course and the practices that Ryan Sievert and his team do with taking care of the golf course, we take a lot of pride in the water that comes into the club leaves the club cleaner than it came in, and we're excited about that. And I know that Montgomery County, just as an example, uh, they can't find. We are great partners with Montgomery County when it comes to making sure that everything that we use is recycled, used real well, and if it does leave the property, it leaves cleaner than it came in.
Terrific. Hey, I usually end the podcast with a question about the crystal ball, right? I want you to get that crystal ball. I do have a question to follow, so don't think we're done. But I want you to take that crystal ball out. Such a strong waste division result in 2024. What new sustainability goals does Woodmont have, say, for 2025 and beyond?
I think we're just going to continue to look to build on the practices that we're currently implementing. I see more autonomous mowers coming in. I see the opportunities with what is it called, the with the solar panels. We've been looking strongly into solar panels, and is there a way to implement uh, capturing solar power in a way that doesn't impact visually the footprint? So those are areas that we're really focused on.
We do have a sister publication called Solar Power World, who concentrates on everything solar. So you might want to take a look at that website when you're looking at stuff. I know they've done so much as far as just placing these panels in inconspicuous places. It's fantastic. It's really sweeping the nation. Here's your final question. I'm going to get you out on this one. Uh, what advice would you give other clubs, other general managers, COOs? About implementing similar environmental initiatives?
I would say that for me, to empower your leaders to look for opportunities and be aggressive with capitalizing on the opportunities that they present to you. For me, to have a team like I have here at Woodmont and to empower them to come up with suggestions and solutions, especially as it relates to sustainability efforts, has been really our success story. So I would encourage my counterparts to take advantage of those strengths and uh, be aggressive and take it and go for it.
Excellent advice. I hope that you were inundated with requests from your colleagues to ask how you did it and what they can do. Joe, thank you very much for taking the time to join us today.
Appreciate it very much. Thanks so much.